Hi, we're going to make blackened fish today. You can do it with about any kind of fish. We're using tilapia. You can buy this commercially. It's sealed, vacuum sealed. You can do it with fish you catch, like catfish. It'll work with about anything. If you go down south, they do it with redfish here. A couple things that we're going to do is we're going to start with what we're going to blacken the fish with. And there's 3 people in my family, and we all have different taste of how hot we like it. Here's me, and I like it the hottest. So you really just can kind of figure out what you like. You start off with garlic powder to begin with. It's a pretty good base on it. And then the other thing that you want to do, this is just a dried mustard. Dried mustard, that's maybe 2 tablespoons, maybe a little more. It's not a precise science, as you can see. Salt, I use sea salt. I just kind of like the consistency of it. White pepper, a little hotter than black pepper. If you don't have white pepper, you certainly can use black pepper. And this is just a Creole seasoning. You can get those about anywhere at the store. It adds a little of the heat to it. Okay, here's the cayenne pepper. This is the red stuff that makes it pretty darn hot. So if you don't like it hot, don't put this in. Did you see how that kind of chunked in pretty good there? So we probably put about 3 tablespoons in. So what we're going to do is we'll just shake this up. Okay, there's my hot mix. Okay. My son, who's the film crew right now, likes it kind of medium hot. So we use what's called the Slap Ya Mama, and it's a pretty good Cajun seasoning. And this one is by Cajun Seasonings in Villa Platte, Louisiana. So we're just gonna put his straight with that. Now my lovely wife doesn't like it quite as hot as either one of us. So to do hers, I had some extra barbecue rub one time, and I went ahead and put it in here, and she really liked it. Once again, mustard's kind of the base for the barbecue rub. Okay. We want no cayenne in this one. A little garlic powder. Once again, this isn't a precise science, whatever your taste is. A little sea salt. Okay. You can put just a touch of white pepper in. White pepper's really not that spicy. You put too much in, she'll know it though. Okay, the other thing that I put in my barbecue rub is I put in sugar. So I'll put in a little sugar in this one. So probably another 2 teaspoons of sugar right there. So we got that. Shake it up. And there you go. You got your 3 rubs. You got your hot, your medium, and your not so hot. And sometimes if I do this with when I'm having company over, I'll ask them how they like it. And most people will probably lean towards these 2. This is kind of flamethrower on it. The other thing that you're going to need before you get started is butter and a crock. So basically all we got is a little crock, and we're going to melt 2 tablespoons of butter in it. Just going to melt it in the microwave. And what we're going to do is once we take these out, we'll cut it and we'll drizzle it over it, and then we'll spice it. But I'll show you that on the next step. Alright, now we're back outside here. One of the reasons we do it outside is it creates a lot of smoke, as you're going to see here. One thing that I got is I got a nice cast iron skillet that works really good for blackening fish. I use this for blackening, I use this for frying. The other thing I'm doing this on is a turkey fryer and just a propane cooker. It really gives you high heat quickly. That's why I'm doing it there. If you look around, you can see we've had about 20 inches of snow within the last week or so. Starting to get a little dirty looking. But you can blacken fish in pretty much any weather. My propane cooker went out. That's the only thing you got to be careful about. Okay, so you go ahead and put your skillet on. My cameraman got scared, so he backed off. Alright. Alright, I'm going to show you what you do first. Is what you want to do is you want to put the least spiciest in first. That way it won't get spiced from the other ones on it. So I got my tilapia just in a dish here. Got my melted butter. So take your melted butter, drizzle it on just a little bit like that. If it's cold, sometimes it'll almost get straight to it. Right now it's 41 degrees out here. Okay. This is my wife's, so you remember how I said she doesn't like it as spicy. So we're just gonna take our seasonings here and just kind of put it on one side. Okay. Good substantial spatula. I'm going to go ahead and just drop it in the skillet. See how it's smoking? That's what it's supposed to do. That means it's cooking good. We're going to take a little more of the butter. Be careful because that skillet's hot. That's the secret. You really want that skillet to be hot. So do that. And what really blackens, it's not really the fish, it's the seasoning that blackens. So you just kind of spread it over evenly. This tilapia works really good because it's not real thick. The thicker the fish, the longer you have to do it. See how it's starting to get white right there along the edge? That means it's about ready to turn. We're going to look for a little white along this edge. Once again, you can do this in your kitchen, but you need a good exhaust fan. Okay, we're going to flip it over. Push it to stick to the skillet. Let's turn it down just a touch. It's really important not to have grease in the skillet. When you're cooking it, you're just doing it straight to the skillet. That's what's causing it to cook. So, you know, it probably total cook time's 2 to 3 minutes on this. With a thin fish like this, it's really kind of hard to undercook. We'll give it just a skosh more. Okay, one thing you want to do when you get this fish out, you want to get the next fish in. Because with that propane roaring away underneath there, it will heat that skillet up fast. Okay, so there's fish number 1 out. Fish number 2 getting ready to go in. Got a little butter on it. We're just going to put the Cajun seasoning on. Now I'm going to drop fish number 2 in. That's the butter burning off right there. We'll turn it down just a little. See how it really smokes? As you can guess, I'm not really Cajun, but I decided I wanted to learn how to blacken fish because I like blackened fish. So through trial and error, this is how we came up with it. So, see, starting to turn white again. flip it, see what she looks like. See with the different rub to get a little bit different of a look on it. I don't think when I pull this one off, I'll show you what the other side looks like. This is kind of a good, fun thing to do for company because, one, it's probably not something that's been a lot of people get, so. Or know how to do, so it's kind of a fun thing to do for company. So. All right, I'm going to pull this one off, flip it over. There you go. That's what your Blacken Fish is going to look like.